Hey, it's Dr. Darren Schmidt at the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor. So this video is about how trolls troll. And there's a category of people that I've experienced on my YouTube channel: vegans, experts, authorities, and scientists. It's been 80-90% vegans. And the other day I counted how many people I've banned from my YouTube channel, and the number is 380. And that's 2 to 3 people per week for a couple of years. And it's a full-time job to keep trolls off my channel. And I know you read the comments. I certainly read the comments. I don't want to waste your time getting into drama. It's all about helping people. So there's 3 ways that others control others. Or maybe you could say there's 3 ways that people control people. And one is enhancement, and that's what we want. We want people to help others get better and enhance their lives. And another way that people control others is through domination, and then lastly, through nullification. So I've experienced, of course, both domination and nullification. Of course, there's people who, they'll say something that's counter to what I'm saying, and they're right. And so I've actually pinned some of those comments at the top of the comment section, because I don't mind being wrong. As a matter of fact, I know I've deleted at least one video because the whole video was wrong. And maybe I've deleted 2, I can't remember. It's been a few years since I started this channel. So yeah, but you can correct somebody and still be nice about it. Or you can correct somebody and be a total jerk. Well, I delete those, I ban those people because I don't like jerks. So, I'm doing this video because I was sucked into Twitter a few months ago. I've always avoided Twitter because I thought it was a cesspool of discontent. And I think I'm still right about that. But what I've found is that the low-carb, high-fat, keto people, carnivore people, they dominate Twitter. And I think the reason why is because they can post a fact or they can post an opinion, and then they back it up with some science. And the science it's there, you know, like it's the science of eating natively, species correct, is, you know, fat, protein. The science is there. And so, but on YouTube it's different. YouTube is dominated by veganism. And it's because the videos can be made with really fancy editing and really catchy music. And it's very dramatic and it can be very entertaining to watch. And that includes some of these things I'm going to go over here in a second. So here's 20 ways. I just thought of another one, 21 ways that trolls troll. And so number 1, it's not written here. I just thought of it. It's appeal to authority. It's one of the philosophical fallacies and that exists. There's a number of those. But somebody will say, well, I'll listen to the doctor. Or you're only a chiropractor. And so it's always about licensure, or even how many years of somebody's been studying a subject, like a veteran scholar. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is truth. So here's the rest of them. Number 1, demanding all your time. So I have people in the past post pages in one comment, just in 20 links to look at. So they're demanding my time with these long messages, and I'm supposed to respond to that on a YouTube chat box, and then they'll say, well, it's on you to prove to me. So I'm supposed to sit down and write a dissertation to prove to them what I'm saying? I don't owe you anything. Okay, they use lots of junk science as if quantity matters. I've seen this in debates, and it's like somebody will say, you take the totality of all the nutrition research and look at it all. No, that doesn't matter, because it's like taking the totality of a truckload of tomatoes, 90% of them are rotten. It's like, it's garbage. It's garbage. There's 10% that's good. Same thing with nutrition science. You don't want to look at the totality of it as an end user. You want to look at just the good stuff. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. Annoyingly persistent. So, and I've had people say, you ignored everything I wrote. I did, because you're annoying, and you're persistently annoying. So, and it's a waste of my time. And I'm just going to stop right there. And stopping right there, that's part of sanity. So with Twitter, you only have so many characters, and you post your statement, and then you're done. as opposed to on YouTube, I just see people go drone on and on and on. Okay, so number 7, defending the non-defensible, also known as unprovable claims. So I have an example. The spirit of the animal enters you. So you kill an animal and now it's going to haunt you. You can't prove that, and there's, it's like non-defensible. Okay, this is a biggie, number 9, refuse to learn or unable to learn. And that's truly from a fat deficiency in the diet, a B12 deficiency. And there's vegans that are veterans on YouTube, and they say the same thing over and over again. And there's all these people that try to correct them, and they never take the correction. They never learn. And this is a big deal, refusing or unable to learn. And another thing, too, is like if you have some data that's got to enter your head. Let's say the data, let's say it's going to enter your head and it looks like this. It's a shape like this. Here it comes in your head, and you can't think with it, so you have to change it. Okay, now it's different, and now it works in my head. But you just changed the data, so you can't do that. I just messed up my notes, but all right, you got to be able to take that data as is and work with it, and because your brain is so pliable. Okay, the next one is number 10, emotion over logic or facts. And you've seen this. This is people who are very dramatic, or they're prone to crying, and then they bring you into that emotional sphere of drama, and then you can't get your facts straight. So another way of trolling is cheerleading. So I've seen this in debates like online. I've seen some couple hour long debates that are even 10 years old. And it's obvious that the low carb person won because they have fact over fact over fact. And the facts are, advanced, and they're new and they make sense. And then I read the comments, and it's like the vegan won. According to all these vegans are cheerleading and saying that our guy won. It's like, how can that possibly be when your guy had, way outdated information that's been overruled, if you will, with new modern research? So, okay, number 12, make you wrong no matter what. So there's never a point of agreement, never looking or finding a single point of agreement. You're always, always, always wrong. Okay, next one here, moral superiority. So as if you think that you're better because you make certain decisions, and then people who are not making that same decision are like lesser human. Okay. Number 15, stating anything bad. So in this example, I wrote choking. There's a doctor on YouTube who says that, or on Twitter too, who says that meat is the number one cause of choking. More people choke on meat than any other food. Well, okay, meat doesn't cause choking, right? But that doesn't matter. The only thing is he's trying to find anything wrong about the position that you take. Okay, number 16, character assassination. This is where YouTubers are really, really good at, with all the drama and the funny remarks and the invalidations and nullification and domination. That's character assassination. Number 17, Godwin's law. You can look this up. There's a guy named Godwin, and what he observed on social media is that if you have two people who are in a debate with each other on social media, at some point, if that debate goes on long enough, somebody's going to call the other person Hitler. So it's like if you could pick the worst possible thing that somebody could be called, it's going to be Hitler. So Godwin's law, you're Hitler. Okay, number 18, body shaming. So I actually had somebody make fun of my body. So I have broad shoulders, relatively small face. It's like, I was born this way. What am I going to do about that? And what's funny is that guy who body shamed me, he wears a mask. He's afraid of going out in public without a mask on. I think for two reasons. Number one, I think he's really ugly. And number two, he's afraid of getting his beat. And number two, he's afraid of getting beat up because he's such an evil, horrible person on YouTube. Okay, next one. Number 19, making up fantasy. Speciesism. So speciesism means that all animals are exactly equal. Mosquitoes are equal to pigs, or equal to animals, or equal to crawdads, or equal to eagles. This is a totally made up fantasy that all animals are completely equal. Okay, number 20. This will actually be number 21 then. Mental gymnastics to get to a conclusion. There's different words to describe this. Machinations. like your mind just going like this. Artful evidence, like the creative thinking to come to a conclusion that just doesn't make sense. It's like a Rubik's Cube in their head. Okay, now let's get to mental health real quick. I put a couple lines here. Over 90% of vegans are B12 deficient, so that can lead to a potential of over a dozen diagnosable psychiatric disorders. So this is a big problem, is B12 deficiency. And even if people are not vegan, like I think 40% of people over the age of 60, regardless of their diet, are deficient in B12. So I'm going to wrap this up with one final paragraph. And this is why social media tends to lead people into so much anger so quickly. And it's all in this one paragraph. So you become the target of anger from someone else, despite you having done nothing wrong or knowing no cause as to why that person's angry at you. The effort to nullify you are veiled sometimes, carefully calculated to annoy. And then when you try to come back with a correction, there's no target. It says any target for correction or reason to correct is unavailable because it's veiled, it's hidden. And then you eventually become angry because you don't have a target for corrections, like to try to say something that rights the wrongs. So I'm giving you this information because of my experience with Twitter in the last few months, and of course years of being on YouTube, and identifying and banning 380 trolls. And I just hope that this will help you because it'll make your life better when you ban all the trolls. And don't worry, when you ban them, they're not going to hunt you down in your house and try to kill you for deleting them out of their life. They'll be fine all by themselves. But this doesn't prevent the attempt at actually learning something new. You can take some of these information and say, well, that's just wrong. You can say it in your head, or if you type it out, whatever. But we're not just trying to like be in a bubble of my information, right? Or this kind of information. We're still trying to expand into other sciences and other subjects and learn what we can. But when you identify something out of these 21 trolling operatives, then you can like smack it in the face by hitting that delete button, the mute button, the the banning button, the report button. There's a lot of buttons at your disposal on social media. So if you like this information, please give me a thumbs up. I hope this is helpful. And you'll let me know by giving me a thumbs up. I'm totally off the subject of health. I'm into the subject of social media and psychology and that kind of stuff. But this has just been gnawing in my mind the last few weeks. So give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Thanks.